Hello, I'm Dr. Abha Nagral, consultant hepatologist at Apollo and Jaslok Hospitals, Mumbai. I have a special interest in pediatric hepatology. I'm also the managing trustee of Children's Liver Foundation, an NGO creating awareness about liver disorders in children, both for the parents and caregivers and the medical profession. You can reach me at the website mentioned below. Today, we are going to discuss a very common problem in adults, but not only adults, also children. And this is being increasingly recognized: fatty liver disease. What is non alcoholic fatty liver disease? It's a leading cause of chronic liver disease in children, and it has been seen that 3 to 7.5% of the entire pediatric population in India can have fatty liver disease. It is a consequence of worldwide epidemic of obesity in children as seen in adults as well. So when do you say that the patient has non-alcoholic fatty liver disease or fatty liver disease and the fat content in the liver exceeds 5% of the liver weight? Now, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease can have multiple hits. It could be genetic causes, epigenetic causes, and environmental factors also play a role. So, there is an interaction between all these factors. Changes in the gut microbiome play an important role in the pathogenesis. It's usually asymptomatic, and diagnosis is often made when you find a hyperechoic liver on ultrasound or presence of raised liver enzymes. Now, it is important to note that non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or the routine garden variety of fatty liver, is hardly seen in children less than 3 years of age, or even rare in children between 3 to 10 years of age. So, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is usually a problem in children who are more than 10 years of age or teenagers. So, how does one diagnose it? Look for, of course, one thinks of it when the child is overweight or obese. Also, look for dark pigmentation in the nape of the neck and axilla, which is called acanthosis nigricans. It is possible that a child who has fatty liver disease may also have any other etiology of a liver disease. So, child may be obese, has a fatty liver, and may have additional autoimmune hepatitis or hepatitis B or any other etiology of liver disease. So, you may get combinations of etiologies in a particular child as well. So, what is the spectrum of non alcoholic fatty liver disease? So basically, there are three major parts of the spectrum. The lowest rung is a plain, simple fatty liver where there is no hepatocellular injury. This should be fatty liver without any hepatocellular injury. The other part of the spectrum, as one progresses, as the fat starts causing damage and inflammation to the liver, you have fat, which is referred to as hepatic steatosis, with inflammation and injury to the hepatocytes, which is referred to as ballooning. So, this is called non alcoholic steatohepatitis or NASH. NASH can further progress to fibrosis and cirrhosis, and this is called NASH related cirrhosis. So, you have a simple fatty liver or steatosis, you have hepatic steatosis with inflammation, which is NASH, and then you have NASH progressing to fibrosis and cirrhosis. In a very small percentage, the patient with NASH cirrhosis, and sometimes even without NASH cirrhosis but just significant fibrosis, can develop hepatocellular carcinoma. And this is now increasingly becoming a commonest cause of liver disease both in children and adults. So, are there any other causes of fatty liver disease? Yes, if the child is less than 3 years. Now, why do you get a fatty liver? As I said, you have genetic, epigenetic, and environmental factors. Now, the environmental factors are often the westernized diets, which we have got converted into. There's a lot of junk food, Everybody today, and especially with the lockdown, is now glued to their mobile phones or laptops, so there's complete lack of exercise. And there are so many social media programs which are addicting, and therefore the children do not find it interesting or exciting to go down, and there's very little motivation for exercise and sports unless it's actually cultivated. So, all these environmental factors are, or what we call lifestyle issues, are an important component or cause of promoting a fatty liver in a child. So, what do we do? How do we change the lifestyle? How do we change the diet? So, the most important thing is diet and exercise. Now, what should be the diet in a patient with fatty liver disease? So, what has to be encouraged is use of monosaturated or polyunsaturated fats and use of omega 3 fatty acids instead of trans and saturated fats. Also, important to avoid processed foods, fructose. So, this is mainly in the form of fruit juices. So, do not take ready made fruit juices. It's always better to eat fruit because once you make a fruit juice, especially a processed fruit juice, all the good properties of the fruit are taken away, the fiber is taken away, and therefore, actually, it may worsen the fatty liver disease. Also, avoid diets which are rich in simple sugars. Increase amount of whole grains, and whole grains more than wheat we have other grains in our country like jawar, bajri, nachni, which are very good. Increase the consumption of fruits, vegetables, and foods which have low glycemic index. It's not about the content alone. Limiting portion size is also important. We have this concept that one has to fill up the stomach completely for a satisfactory meal, and we really do not need that much food to actually satiate our hunger. We need much lesser for our body. So, limit portion sizes. So that's another strategy besides changing the contents of your diet. And if you are talking to a dietitian, it's always a good idea that instead of being given a standard diet, which includes things which you have probably never ever consumed in your life, to sit with a dietitian, tell her what your diet has been and how that can be modified to convert into a healthy diet which will aid in weight loss. What about exercise? Exercise is very important. So we know that fatty liver disease is actually not an isolated disease in itself. It is a part of a metabolic syndrome. It is a part of the insulin resistance which we see in these individuals. Exercise in a fatty liver disease patient may not help in weight loss, but it will improve the other things like improve the cardiovascular fitness, improve the hypertension, diabetes if it exists, or dyslipidemia, and will therefore reduce the fat and the inflammation in the liver. So, management of fatty liver disease is a multidisciplinary approach. It is a combination of a dietitian, psychologist plays a very important role because he or she determines your eating behavior. What is it that makes the child binge eat? What is it that makes the child behave in a particular manner or eat only specific foods? So, that psychology, understanding that psychology is important to modify the eating behavior of the child. A physiotherapist, a metabolic to explain exercises to the child, a metabolic physician who can look at all aspects of the fatty liver disease, and rarely the need for a bariatric surgeon, a hepatologist, and a hepatobiliary surgeon if finally a transplant is required because these patients, as I said, can develop cirrhosis and hepatocellular carcinoma. So it has to be an interplay by this entire team and an intensive management by the team. So, if I have to conclude about treatment of fatty liver disease in children, it has to be a joint effort of not only the parents but the school and the physicians and pediatricians looking after this patient. Diet and exercise, as explained. It's a good idea to have weight loss camps because when many children, under peer pressure, children do things together and they will be encouraged to join such camps. And lifestyle intervention programs can be set up depending on the social ecosystem of the child and with whatever the child and parents are comfortable with. There is no real approved drug treatment for fatty liver disease in children. Vitamin A has been shown to be of some benefit in those who have histologically proven NASH, and therefore the entire emphasis of fatty liver disease in children would be on weight loss, which is through diet and exercise. Occasionally, bariatric surgery may be required in adolescents who have high BMIs more than 35. Thank you.